Ladies and gents, Sinistrain01, your host, back at you with more Metal Gear Solid 2 Complete Stealth Walkthrough. Game over if caught. No alarms, no alerts. You guys know the deal. Just finished a couple of boss battles. Time to move on. We got one part of our disguise already. We need to grab the second, which is the AK-7 for you. Just got to get by a few guards here. We got to head back over to the warehouse. Easy peasy. Timing is everything on here. Everyone I see, has their methods of how they get by guards, using weapons as distractions or whatnot. But I don't like to use anything as a distraction. I just like to try to figure out how to get by these guys. So that's really fun. So as soon as he turns around, get down here really quick and move over to here. As you can see, the guard on the top right looks down in this direction right now. So you really do have to wait. And as soon as he passes, you're good. If you're quick enough, then you'll be able to get through here and you won't have to worry about this guard coming back down. As far as the connecting bridge goes, of course, we already taken out the claymores that we needed, so we know our path. You just got to stick with it. As you can see, the guard hasn't made his way over to the lookout point yet, which means we're good to go. Just make sure as soon as you get right here, you go slow, as we didn't take out that first one there. And now it is time to go to the warehouse and actually grab the AK-7. Alright, so here we go. We can also pick up the M4, which I believe we're going to go ahead and do. Although we will be back through here a couple of times.
Looks like you've got an AK. If you wear an enemy's field outfit and carry an AK, you can pass for one of them. Listen up, kid, and don't forget this. Only the guards in Shell 1's core are armed with AK rifles. The others are armed with the AN-94, the official rifle of the Russian army. If you hope to disguise yourself as the enemy, you don't want to be carrying an AK outside of Shell 1's core.
Alright, so you heard the lady. Pick up some miscellaneous bullets that we need and all that jazz. Alright, so now we just need to grab some other stuff, which I believe it's on the top floor. So we don't want to really be right here, but you can pick up some more things that you need. We're not ever really going to be using these weapons. Alright, so there's a guard upstairs. Let's wait to see what he does. Looks like he's heading down. Alright, so now let's go ahead and grab that M4. Alright, so as you can clearly see, if you're smart, you can see some bombs in this area. So if you want to actually see what we got here, of course you can equip your thermal goggles and you'll see something.
Watch out, Raiden. There are IR sensor traps in that location.
Infrared sensors?
Right. A booby trap connected to plastic explosives. Crossing an IR beam will trigger the detonation of a critical amount of Semtex. You will be killed. Make no mistake about it. Avoid contact with the beams at all cost.
Alright, easy peasy. All you got to do is get down. Now you may not see it, but now you can actually see it, that there's a little area that you can get into. However, all that's in there is PSG-1, and we don't have access to that rifle yet, so there's no reason to really grab it. So once you got what you need, gotta wait a little bit more patiently. We need to make our way back upstairs. Or should I say, back to where we were. Alright, easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's time to head on to the core. Again, just time your movements, be fast. Go a little slow right here. Now there are trap doors and whatnot over here, so just constantly keep moving and you should be fine. Alright, like a glove. As you can see, they added some ciphers, so as long as you get in there quickly enough, then you shouldn't have to worry too much. But now it is time to switch to our AK-74U, AKS-74U, whatever you want to call it, as well as our BDU, which I believe they call it, it's supposed to be called battle dress uniform, but that's not what they actually call it here. They call it something disguise uniform, battle disguise or something like that. As you can see now, we are the perfect soldier, and we are ready to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Alright, so as soon as you get in here, go ahead and equip your SOCOM. As soon as you do that, you're going to get this guard's attention here. Usually that always happens. I don't know why it always misses the first time I do that. Alright, switch back again. There we go. Alright, so we got a few cameras that we actually have to take out here. See, we're just out of the range of the camera, so it didn't really see us. Alright. Let's go through here. Pick up any miscellaneous stuff you need, maybe some more shaft grenades or whatnot, as soon as we can angle it right. Always like to grab the nodes just so we know where the enemies are. Alright, so once we have that, then you can, I don't know, check some of these things for miscellaneous items. Just pick up a book here. Alright, so we got two guards over here, but we got another camera. The reason we're taking out these cameras is when we come back through here, it's going to make life a little bit easier, of course. And that's what we're all about. Pick up some miscellaneous stuff here, some more SOCOM bullets. Make sure you don't hit the guards or make contact with them whatsoever. Okay, looks like we missed it. It's very tricky to do. You got to get in there nice and quick like. I think we got it that time. Here we go. Always make sure you have your AK-S74U with you whenever guards are around you. Alright, so we need to head to B2. Another fairly simple part. Just got to grab the directional microphone. Make sure you stick on his right.
Hello? Good morning. Good morning.
You have the directional microphone. According to our information, Ames has a pacemaker. This should make his cardiac pattern fairly distinct. Use the directional microphone to locate it.
How? Hello?
Alright, so he's going the opposite direction, which means we're good. You can probably shoot the bird too and have some fun stuff, but we really don't need to worry about that right now. We got what we came for. It's time to head on. This is the more trickier part. We're going to go to B1, and we're going to have to use the retinal scanner, which means we're going to have to take an enemy hostage.
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Alright, once that is complete, go ahead and grab the node. Alright. There's a couple of guards in this area, but only one of them actually patrols out. Once he turns around, he won't look back at you again, so you just need to be ready. And we have made it inside.
Recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Ryden, one of those hostages in there is Ames. The only thing we know is that Ames wears a pacemaker. His heartbeat should sound different from other people's, so use the directional microphone to locate him. Once you recognize Ames by his heartbeat, keep the microphone pointed toward him. Then push the action button and call out to him. If it really is Ames, he should respond in some way.
What if it's the wrong person?
The guards may get suspicious and come running instead. Security could get tighter, too.
Try to be sure before you take the risk.
Don't call out to a hostage with the action button until you're fairly sure that it's Ames. If you do make a mistake, switch the microphone for an AK and get out of there before a guard gets suspicious. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion.
Alright, so let's do this. Fairly simple.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Alright, I am not actually really sure which one is Ames. Oh, yeah I am.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you? You must be Ames. Keep still and listen to me. I'm not a terrorist. I got in here using one of their uniforms. I'm taking off the tape. Stay quiet.
Who told you about me?
An informer calling himself Mr. X, dressed like a ninja.
I see. Take this thing off me, will you? I'm Richard Ames.
Secret Service?
No, I was set in by the Lali Lule Lo, just like you.
What?
You're here to find out where the president is. We have little time, so I'll be brief. How about switching to nanocommunications first?
Nanocommunications?
Right, silence beats talk when it comes to safety. Are you on?
Right here. Do you really know where the president is?
Almost certainly. He was
Get
moved to the
real.
first floor of Shell 2's core section.
The first floor. The core of Shell 2. Is he still there?
I don't know. I can't get a response.
You don't think he's been like the other hostages? A hostage was killed in retaliation after the SEAL 10 disaster, remember?
What are you talking about? Regardless of what they do to other hostages, they won't touch the president.
What makes you so sure?
The case.
You mean the nuclear button they took?
Right, and the case won't do a thing by itself. That case may be the single most advanced example of a weapons failsafe system. The password is nothing less than the physiological data of the US president.
Physiological data?
The president's own vital signs, heartbeat, brainwave pattern, blood pressure, and so on are constantly monitored and relayed by his internal nanomachines. This information, along with the DNA pattern, serve as a biometric password, unbreakable even by the latest parallel processor supercomputers. The password entry itself cannot be performed unless brainwave patterns and heartbeats fall within normal parameters, rendering chemical and other forms of coercion impractical. In other words, the login must be made of the president's own free will. As a failsafe, the input must also be reconfirmed hourly, even after the initial login. If a valid confirmation is not forthcoming, the system will automatically cancel the login.
And that's why they can't harm the president.
At least until the bird flies.
Is there really a new model of Metal Gear here?
Absolutely. The black case serves as the launch key to Metal Gear as well.
Why would they hide Metal Gear in an offshore plant?
Haven't they told you anything?
Definitely not.
The entire thing was planned. The oil spill, the tanker accident that caused it, everything. The big shell was built specifically for the development of a new Metal Gear model. The inspection tour was to check its progress.
What's going on around here?
Wait. Here comes Snake.
That's him?
Use the microphone to listen in.
King, Fat Man is dead.
It doesn't matter. Saved us the trouble of getting rid of him ourselves.
Why did he betray us?
Who knows? They're a band of lunatics to begin with. Nothing they do should come as a surprise.
One's worse than that one up in Alaska.
I'll have his background rechecked, just in case.
Come to think,
You think he was working for them?
We can't discount the possibility. Especially with that intruder still at large.
She's like her.
The man in
Now
the
that's a time I'd like to
sneaking
forget.
You know more about
Ridiculous that I
those
had to get
suits than
jacked
I
with
do.
everything that was on me.
But Foxhound was disbanded
When I think
4
about it,
years ago.
That's when everything started
So
to
it
hit
must
the
be
skids.
the
It's a
Patriots.
shame. Up to that point, I was steady cruising.
What about
on
the
the
damage
recourse.
to Shell 2?
The circulation system for the contaminated water has been damaged. The water being drawn
Still,
in is overflowing.
that Russian crew is a
and the
pretty
lower
decent
block
bunch.
of the central
The
section is
president's
flooded.
escort guys
Seal the
get on my
connecting
nerves.
pathway between Shells 1 and 2.
Whatever.
The Simtex
For now,
and IR sensors
just gotta
are
hang
already
in
in
there.
place.
Any effect on it?
No.
What about the president?
There's no
The
paper.
password entry has already been made to the black case. In 1 hour, we'll need a confirmation from him. His work is done after that.
Make sure you keep him alive until then.
Yes, I know.
What about the unit's activation?
Almost complete. The code has already been entered. All we need now is for the girl to start the system.
The usual method, I assume?
No. The drugs took care of everything.
Only a few more steps to outer heaven.
Who is that cyborg ninja, Shalashaska?
I cannot even guess.
What about you?
I'm having a
Too. Don't cast suspicion where it isn't due.
Where it isn't due. When you watched my father die and did nothing.
It's been 2 years ago, Olga. Let it go.
I read the case file for Shadow Moses, by the way.
Olga, how could you suspect me?
I know that the ninja is not one of my men.
How meaningful you make that sound. If Sergei were still alive...
If the old man were still alive, I wouldn't need to take orders from you.
Olga, Sergei was my best friend.
If you sell us out, I'll kill you myself.
Listen, daughter of Sergei. Don't ever let me see your gun pointed at me again.
If you wish, I'll put a bullet in your back instead.
Took you both in when no one else would. You think any government would have you as irregulars in this political climate? The worst kind of wet works, maybe. But even that's doubtful. I recommend against switching camps. You've nowhere left to go. It's happening again?
This damn right arm. Liquid! It's almost as if it's having its revenge!
How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world.
I never trust a Frenchman. There's something going on. The incidents are becoming more frequent. Maybe that man's presence.
Ocelot, I leave this place in your hands. I have the intruder to take care of.
Yes, King.
Is that really Solid Snake?
That's what he claims.
I thought Snake was dead.
Solid Snake did die. But he's also here in the shell. Either he survived or there are two of them.
Two of them?
And that's impossible. Anyway, what did you manage to catch?
They said password input was complete.
I thought so.
You said the password entry into the black case had to be made by the president willingly.
That's right.
So this means the president is cooperating with them.
It would have to be, yes.
Why?
Probably tired of being a puppet, but it wasn't a smart move to betray us.
A puppet?
We're running out of time. They will fire a nuke. You know what you need to do before then.
Fire the nuke? But it's nowhere close to the ransom deadline.
Ransom?
$30 billion in cash.
What are you babbling about? The nuclear strike is not a threat. It's been the objective all along.
They plan to slaughter millions of people.
No, a high-altitude detonation. You've heard of the Compton effect?
Total disruption of electronic equipment caused by EMMA pulse.
Textbook answer. Well, when an average nuclear warhead goes off within the atmosphere, the result is an electromagnetic pulse of up to 50 billion megawatts. The EMMA field can reach tens of thousands of volts per meter, and most electronic equipment will be toast in an instant.
If one of the key movers of world economy stops functioning, it could mean the beginning of a global depression.
But that isn't their aim. What they plan to do is liberate Manhattan. Pull it offline and turn it into some kind of a republic. Hence, Sons of Liberty, I suppose.
Sons of Liberty?
Damn! Ocelot is coming. I'm going offline. Search my pocket. Hurry! It's a security card. You'll be able to unlock doors of up to level 3 security. Use it to get to Shell 2. Take care of the president before they launch the nuke. He's coming here. Pick up your AK.
Alright, so you heard the lady. We got to pick up our AK as soon as we can. You got about, I guess, 10 seconds or whatever.
He's coming here.
So it's on 7, so we're going to keep it on 007.
Here.
What do you think you're doing?
I asked him to remove these. I'm ill, you see.
I always knew that the DIA turned out second-rate liars.
What are you talking about?
No need for denials. We know what you are, Colonel Ames. They knew that the president was planning to betray them. So they sent you in to keep tabs on him. Am I right?
You.
Sorry, Colonel. You failed to carry out your duties.
You'll never escape the Lali Lulelo.
Is that so? What the?
You tricked me. I understand now. Ocelot.
You? Which team are you with? Show me your face. You know who he is.
No, he is not one of mine.
Identify yourself. We meet at last. Hold your fire! We need the hostages alive!
Hurry! Get away!
But you died!
Leave this to me.
Ames is dead. Looked like a heart attack.
That's unfortunate. However, we do at least know where the president is.
So there really is a new type of Metal Gear in this place?
Apparently. We're still looking into it.
I've also been told that the nuclear strike was what the terrorists were after from the start, not the $30 billion.
Right. It was a cover-up all along.
Colonel, what are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either. I'm pulling in all the favors I can to look into all this. Just be a little patient. Our priority should be with the president right now. We can take it that they've completed the password entry and are preparing Metal Gear for a nuclear strike. Get to the president as soon as possible.
But the president is cooperating with them.
According to Ames, yes. But it's also true that they're about to get rid of the president. There's something else going on here.
Not a chance.
And the president may be able to tell you what it is when you see him in person.
Not a chance.
Once they get the confirmation for nuclear launch, they'll do it.
Whatever.
You need to rescue the president before then.
Jack, I agree with the Colonel. You need to protect the President for now.
All right.